The 392 Hemi in the Jeep Wrangler just hits differently. There are many things that set the Rubicon 392 apart from every other Wrangler. But the highlight is the 6.4-liter howitzer of an engine under the hood. Its existence could be explained by consumer enthusiasm or an engineering desire to stuff a V8 into the Wrangler before EVs killed off internal combustion engines. The result being a killer off-roader that can still put pavement dwellers to shame. 392 Hemi. This year, the 392 Hemi has a Wrangler-specific tune, producing 470 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque as it debuts in 2021. The 392 makes 75% of its peak torque at idle, providing the low-end grunt needed to climb rocks and slide through water up to 34 inches deep. The Hydro Guide air intake prevents flooding your Hemi with a 3-level duct system that directs up to 15 gallons per minute from the interior. The 392 gets just 13/16/15 mpg city, highway, combined and requires premium fuel. Of course, no one has claimed that dirt is cheap. But the 392 Hemi needs improvement when trying to sip fuel with its 4 cylinders off, creating a raucous, mind-numbing resonance throughout the car. This is an easy way to know when a deactivation is happening. You feel it in your soul. Big engine means big performance. The big Hemi propels the 5,400-pound Rubicon from 392 to 60 miles per hour in 4.4 seconds. It takes 13.2 seconds to swallow a quarter mile of pavement under its 35-inch tires and steams to 101.8 miles per hour, equally impressive for a car of this shape and size. Moreover, this performance is always available. The active exhaust, which allows full power, opens automatically during strong acceleration. Note that there is no launch control. Perhaps the triple-digit speeds that have long plagued Jeeps don't cause any death wobble, once common for solid-axle vehicles, and the Wrangler 392 cruises better as a 4-wheel monster. Any aftermarket upfits will likely spoil the controls. It's that good. Some credit goes to the increased stability afforded by its extra-wide 66.9-inch track. When we tested the 2021 Rubicon 392, it was faster and performed better around the skid pad and our figure 8 course. What gives? Chalk it up to a new factory-installed incense burner hanging out front. The 2024 model tipped our scales with nearly 300 extra pounds, a good portion of which is the winch. Neither version is a sports car, which we assume buyers will know. Off-road at home, of course. The Rubicon 392 is most at home on unpaved terrain. The first and hopefully dirt contact points are 35-inch BF Goodrich tires with 17-inch beadlock wheels. Live front and rear axles, the full floating Dana 44 rear is new for 2024, are electronically locked and feature a 4.56:1 gear ratio. They are driven by an 8-speed automatic transmission and full-time automatic transfer case with 4 high, 4 low, 2.72:1 low range and 100-to-1 crawl ratio. Like all Rubicons, the 392 was equipped with an electronically disengaged front choke. Its suspension is also raised 1.5 inches with a slight additional body lift to accommodate the V8. 46.7-degree approach, 24.5-degree refraction and 39.8-degree separation angles, as well as 11. Of course, we had to put this robust set of standard features to the test, so we headed to Bundy Hill Off-Road Park in Jerome, Michigan, where a heavy summer downpour the day before brought a lot of mud and water. Rock features of the park. If you've ever rock crawled, you'll understand its challenges. But staging a vehicle for pictures takes it to another level and illuminates a few things. For example, Disconnecting the anti-roll bar for maximum axle articulation made the light maneuvering required for a perfect shot more tiring than it would otherwise be. But despite the car's heavy weight and running factory air pressures, we had no problems. This Wrangler responds incredibly faithfully to subtle throttle inputs with plenty of low-end torque and never seems to want to get out of balance or slide. Then we went looking for waterholes to see how far we could actually go. Although we are familiar with the park, our knowledge is not close enough to know the exact depth of our chosen hole. YOLO again, right? We locked up both axles, put the gearbox on 4 down and attacked with the confidence of a hitter who never struggled. Almost immediately we regretted our decision as the topography towards the middle of the lake was more aggressive than we expected. We had immediate visions of standing on the hood and passing the 5,000-pound worn winch hook to our photographer, but instead decided to let the rig do its thing. Plus, the sweet yod red interior didn't even get wet. We soon got more feedback and a feel for how the ground felt underwater, and heavy right foot wheeling saw the truck power slowly but surely. In fact, the 392 gives 0. Well, let's just say it doesn't really care what's in its path. He will conquer it. You have to do some pretty stupid stuff to get this thing to stick. Brilliant, but not cheap. The 392 also does all the Jeep Wrangler stuff you'd expect. The doors are easily removed with the included toolkit and the equipment is stored neatly in the trunk. The Sky One Touch sunroof is a great feature and the rear quarter windows can be removed by one person and stowed in the rear for plenty of outdoor fun. Cargo space fits more than you'd expect. We took the Wrangler on a 4-person vacation and no one had to sit with their luggage. There's something to be said for the efficiency of the box. It's all about this version's powertrain, though, as even its 35-inch wheels are available on other Wranglers via the Extreme 35 package. That V8 is such a good time. But its power and ability come at a high price. Starting at $89,390. Our test car came in at $95,945, including silver zenith paint, a Sky One Touch roof, winch and accessory floors. That's a hefty sum for a Jeep Wrangler, but if it fits your budget, you should definitely go for it. After taking the 392 off-road, listening to its wild roar, using it to navigate down tree limbs from the aforementioned storm, and loading it with 2 car seats, a dog, and half a house for a 4-hour trip, its appeal was clear. What can't this Jeep do?